Hello, and welcome to your brief tutorial on how to compile your data for the ESY session. Today, I'm going to show you how to use unique learning systems and the benchmarks in order to add to your ECATS progress reports. And I'm also going to show you how to access those ECATS progress reports that need to be completed at the end of ESY. All of these progress reports are going to be required, one per student, and you're going to use them to compile all the information and data that you have been taking over the ESY term. So let's get started. Today, you are going to be shared a folder that is going to contain all of the progress reports and folders for those progress reports. You're going to locate your name in that folder. So let's just use this first one as an example. You're going to click on your name in the folder, and then you're going to see a copy of the ECATS progress report. You are going to need one of these progress reports for every student in your class. Go ahead and click on that ECATS progress report, and you will open a document. Here you are going to fill out your name, the school name, and you're going to leave that IEP progress report over here. And just to do that, you're going to double click there and fill out that information. All right. And then here, you're going to fill out the student's information. You're going to make sure that you have the student name, the ID, the case manager would be you, and then also insert here their teacher. So when you're in ECATS, you're going to see the teacher's name that they usually have of record during the year. Go ahead and put that name as well as your name in this box. You're also going to put the date of the progress report, which should be the last day of ESY. You're going to see that this mirrors those progress reports that you take all throughout the school year for your students when it comes to report card time. Here you're going to put the annual goal for each student, so just go ahead and copy and paste those annual goals that you've been collecting data on, and then you're going to put the information in the comments. Make sure that you have those benchmarks and objectives in here as well. You may find that the comments remain the same for each of those, but you're just going to want to copy those and put those in those comments as well, unless, of course, there is something different. So if you have a goal that had two benchmarks of let's just say identifying setting and identifying character. You want to go ahead and put those different pieces of information in the benchmarks. But let's say you have an overall goal that is doing key details in a text, and the goals are, let's say, ascending in percentage. So like they're going to do this with 80% accuracy, and the first benchmark is doing it with 60%. The second one is 70%. Then you're going to want to put, you're probably going to put the same thing in all the comments, and that is totally okay. So like I said, just mirror this for how you take your progress reports during the school year. I want to show you how you can use that benchmark information, if you don't already know, to add to this information in your progress report. What I like to say is that you want to make sure that you're really using numbers in these spaces. So you want to make sure that you have those percentages, the amount of times that you've taken data on that goal. So what I like to do is I might say, Bobby is able to, or let's do this, based on informal assessments and classroom data, Bobby is able to identify key details in a text with 44% accuracy. Let's say, based on informal assessment classroom data over, let's see, probably 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, let's see, 10 data collection opportunities. Okay, sorry, I was just kind of going through that as we went. So I said, based on informal assessments and classroom data, over 10 data collection opportunities, Bobby is able to identify key details in a text with 44% accuracy. So what you want to do is make sure that you're including the number of data collections. So we were doing 2 times per week. So that would work out to about 10 data collection opportunities. And then you want to put the percentage of accuracy. This is plenty. If you just want to put that data-driven information, that is totally fine. You can also put some kind of statement like, what I would like you to stay away from is saying, things that are not data. So you don't want to say like Bobby tries really hard in the classroom. That's really not relevant to this piece of information. That's something that you can say and like a correspondence with a parent back and forth. That's totally fine, but we don't want that in our progress reports because that is not data. We can't actually take data on how hard he's trying. So that's kind of information that you might want to leave out. But what you could leave out is, let's say that you have a student who is experiencing like some behavioral challenges. You may want to put in here, like if they are doing this with like 20% accuracy, you may say that 10 data collection opportunities were attempted, but he would only respond in 2 of those opportunities due to maladaptive behavior, something like that. You can put that piece of information in there because if you are trying every single day to get this data from the student and they are refusing, you can put that refusal information in here. Okay, so that's how you would write that normal progress report statement. Every single goal should have that statement in it if it was checked for ESY. Here's how you can use unique learning systems to add to this. So what you're going to do is you're going to want to log into Unique Learning System. You're going to want to go to Unique Learning Systems and click on your GPS. You're going to want to find your student who you are writing the report for. And like I said, you're going to have one for all of your students. So I'm going to use sample student 4 as an example. And then you're going to want to go to your benchmarks. And remember, we pick these benchmarks based on IEP goals. So what you're going to want to do is find the goal that it is based on. So let's say you did foundational skills and you did environmental print wrap matching because you felt like that one was the closest to their goal. When you click on that benchmark, you're going to see that it is going to include a summary statement. So what you're going to have here is you're going to have 3 summary statements because you took one benchmark at the beginning of ESY, one benchmark at the end, and you're going to be taking one in the middle, and you're going to be taking one at the end. So you'll have 3 summary statements. You can copy all of these in there, and you can put the date. So for example, I might say now I just did this one as an example. So let's say you took this the first week of ESY. You might want to say, first data point via ULS benchmark. And then you might want to put that information right there. And I would put the date in here. So let's just say 7/9 2025. And you can put first data point via ULS benchmark. You could say ULS benchmark number 1. It really just depends on how you want to write that. That's fine. I might do it like this. I would put the date and say US benchmark number 1, put that in here, and then you would want to do the second one and the third one in there as well. That's going to give you a lot of data. So I would include that. That's going to give you a really nice full progress report. And there you have it. You'll be completed with that. So if you have any questions about this, make sure that you talk to one of your coordinating teachers, and we can absolutely help you through this process, show you some example ones. But yeah, you're going to find this progress report, an empty copy of it, in your folder, and these need to be completed by the end of extended school year term. All right, I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for everything you do, and thank you.